In this video, we're going to look at walking through problem number 5 on the solving quadratic equations using the quadratic formula, the worksheet. So we'll step through this guy. At the top in the gray area here, on the left-hand side, that's the general form of the equation. And in order to solve these, we need to get our equations into that format. On the right side over there, of course, that's the actual quadratic formula itself. So let's walk through this. So the original problem is 3u squared minus 2 equals 5u. Again, for the first step here, I need to get this into that form. So that just means I need to get this 5u on the other side of the equal sign. So just like if we were solving this, we would do the opposite. We would subtract 5u from both sides. And then we would end up with 3u squared minus 5u minus 2 equals 0, which is in the right format now. And now the second steps, I look through these and identify and isolate which one is A in that general format, which is B, and which is C. So the coefficient, the number with the squared number, in this problem, that's going to be 3, B is going to be 5, and C is going to be negative 2. All right, so let's start just walking through the problem. So we're going to just substitute values into the formula itself. So the formula says we start with negative b, and you have to really be careful here because b is a negative number, right? It's already negative, so this negative has to stay, and negative 5 goes inside the parentheses. So you're going to need two minus signs here, one that's in the formula and the one that goes with the negative 5. Then we'll do the plus or minus and the square root. Again, we're just plugging in numbers. B squared is negative 5 squared minus 4 times A, and A we said was 3, and C was negative 2, and that's all over 2A, and A we said was 3. All right, so this is what X is going to be. All right, so let's try to simplify this. We're going to work inside the square root sign for a little while. So on the outside, the minus and minus 5, let's go ahead and make that a positive 5. The plus or minus, and now underneath the square root, negative 5 squared is 25. And then negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. Negative 12 times negative 2 is positive 24. So this is going to be 24. And all, again, over 2a, so 2 times 3 is 6. Yeah. All right, we're gaining on it. So let's, again, work inside the parenthesis at the square root. So here's plus or minus 25 and 24 is 49, and still over 6. So you can see as we're simplifying it, the problem's getting a little shorter and shorter, which is a good thing. And keeping going now, the square root of 49. So we're still going to have 5. Square root of 49 is 7, and we still have the 6. Don't forget that 6. It's easy to forget that. All right, now this is where we split it up into 2. Remember, this plus and minus sign means you write this once with a plus, and then you write it with a minus. So this will branch off into 5 plus 7, and it will branch into 5 minus 7, both over 6. Don't forget that. All right, so doing the top one, 5 plus 7 is 12 over 6, and we could simplify that as 2. On the bottom one, 5 minus 7 is a negative 2 divided by 6. Negative 2 divided by 6 is a negative 1/3. So the solution to this, the two values of x that will make this statement true, are a positive 2 and a negative 1/3. Done.